Hi guys, my name is Anna, you're watching simcue, and today is my birthday. In Denmark, we wave the Danish flag when it's someone's birthday, and I'm also in my little gnome attire for the day. I could, of course, have dressed up more nicely, and it's not that I don't want to do that for you, it's that I don't really want to do that for anyone. So I think a hoodie is very fitting. But without further ado, let's get into this video. So as someone who really only builds, I'm not that good at CAS. I am very impressed with people that can just make Sims look like famous people and you can actually recognize them. But I thought I would try the challenge and see if I can make myself in The Sims 4. So first off, I'm very pale, not that pale. I do think I have maybe that kind of more yellowish skin tone. And then for a face, is there more just Danish looking base I can go with? Maybe this. That's actually not too bad. I think I have a bit more jaw, to be honest. Maybe in general I just have a bit more head. And then where do we go from here? Because obviously this doesn't look like me, and I think I'm starting to question what I actually look like. I think my forehead should actually be smaller. I have a very small face. I have like barely any forehead really. And then I think my brows aren't quite as deliciously thick. They are a bit on the thinner side and very much not shaven. They also just look kind of too nice. I think I have a bit more brow than that. Oof, but I don't have that much brow. Too angular, too flat. They just seem too full. Maybe these ones? Can't I like not have them? How do I? Oh, okay. Because mine like don't really have any angle. Oh, maybe these ones. I think these could be good. Or maybe these. I think I like these ones. Let's see if we can shape them. I have no idea what I'm doing. Can I shape them here? Oh, okay. Because mine are just like straight. I just have like two brows. I think that's all right. I actually think before going any further, let's maybe find the hair and the right colors. So my eyes, wow, there are a lot of new eyes since I was lost in CAS. But I have like bluish, grayish eyes. I feel like they're darker than that. Maybe these are the best. And then my hair is definitely a bit lighter than this. That color, probably. But I feel like my brows are just a tad bit darker. Yeah. The hair, I mean, I have short hair. I've had long hair in the past. I've also had shorter hair in the past. But my long hair just gets really like damaged quickly. I'm not very good at taking care of my hair. So short hair just works better on me. This is one option. Oh, what about this one? I mean, I kind of don't like it, but I might also have to admit that this is just what my hair looks like. My hair has many different names. We call it the K-pop hair. That's essentially what it's like supposed to be. And then we also say that I have like the devil curls. It's not too bad today, but most of the time my hair does this crazy thing where it's like all the way up like this. Oh, what about this one? That's kind of my hair though. Ooh, but why is it like, what's that weird shape? And then I also refer to my hair as just a bird's nest because I feel like that's actually quite often what it looks like. I feel like these base game hairs are just, they're a little too like clip on. They look like Lego hair basically. Okay, I think there's this option, and then otherwise, let's just see if it's better. Because then there is this option. I feel like the front here is me on a good hair day. I feel like the front here is me on most other hair days. You know what? Let's go with this just because it's like shorter in the back. And if there's one thing I just cannot stand, it's having long hair in the back. Like all of this, I would just cut that off. My eyes aren't too far off, but I do not have lashes like this. I basically have like no lashes. How do I get that? Now they just look like they're popping out of my head. Maybe these. I do have a lot of eyelid. I have very heavy eyelids, but they're more hooded, I think. Maybe if we reshape these. I have no idea what I'm doing. How do people do anything in CAS? Because my eyes go like up and then the hood just goes like meh. Do I have an eye like that? Do I have up and meh and no lashes? I feel like kind of this shape, but why do they have lashes? Why can't I just like add the lash? I think I'll just accept that it's not really going to look that much like me, and I think that maybe these eyes are a little bit better even though the hood is like way too up high, but I do think that it kind of shows that I do have very heavy eyelids, so maybe that works for us. Can I maybe do like the brows lower? Oh, but I don't have that much forehead. Can I do the eyes higher? Oh, then I move everything. Oh, that's kind of crazy. If I lower these and then I move everything up. Okay. The nose is honestly pretty good. I think mine is maybe a little bit more protruding like that. The lips, I do actually have quite full lips. I got them from my dad. Should we maybe just go with those and then reshape them a little bit? Mine aren't quite as full and I definitely don't look this happy. I'm more like me. And then maybe like there. Maybe this one. and then lower these, and then it just looks weird as soon as I like lower the edges. But I don't have a permanent smile. I have like resting bitch face basically. What do we think about that? Because I feel like these lips don't look too weird when I try to like move the edges down. Like I know that this doesn't look like me, but I'm not sure I can do much better. Is my jaw maybe more squarish? Oh my gosh, I can also correct where my cheekbones are. I have no idea where my cheekbones are. Do I have high cheekbones? I don't know. I feel like my face is just like straight down and then chin. And then when I smile, my face is just a circle. It's just completely circular. So maybe this is pretty good. What else can we do? We can do skin details. I mean, I do have a pretty persistent wrinkle. I had it since I was 19, but I feel like in The Sims, it just makes you look very old very quickly. So maybe not. And then I do have smiley wrinkles. Maybe those are cute. What else? I guess I'm also starting to have more smile lines. I smile a lot. That's my excuse. Oh, I like these better. These just look like younger. Maybe that's not too bad. Oh, these are lighter. Oh, maybe these ones. Okay. I could see that. Do I want the wrinkles around the eyes? I mean, I have that. I just don't know if I want it in a game. I do, unfortunately, have acne. I'm doing treatment. Right now it's flaring up. Kind of sucks. You're someone who suffers from acne, just know that you are not alone. Even if you, like me, only have friends with like the clearest skin and they have never done anything for it, you're not alone. It sucks. It really sucks. And I think because it's my birthday, I will allow myself to not have it in a game. Eye details. I mean, but again, you just look really old all of a sudden. My former pupils would tell me that I'm old. Maybe these? Maybe that's just kind of what I look like. I added a little bit of makeup, honestly, just to add some more detail. It's not really so that it looks like I'm wearing makeup. I just found that my lips were a little bit more pinkish and my eyelids were a little bit darker. I also changed the eyes. I do think that these work a little bit better. And then I found, I think it might have been filtered in male. I'm actually not sure, but I looked through the hairstyles again. And I think even though my hair doesn't look that much like this one, I just think it has a better like head shape. So I will allow myself to go with that. And then I also have to admit that I went back and forth, but it just keeps looking like a very old sim. And the reason are unfortunately these ones. Like that's just such a major difference. So I think I will allow myself to maybe not have quite as visible eye bags yet. I just kind of wish I could like darken this area, but that could really only be done with makeup. But all of the makeup looks that had like darker under eyes were just like a lot. So I can't really add that because I have very dark under eyes. It's genetic. Just want to clarify that. I'm also often tired, but it's primarily genetic. Again, we're just imagining that this is my face. And I know that it's very polished and I know that it doesn't look like me, but I think this might be the best that I can deliver. So for body, now if I could shorten this sim, I would. I'm only 162 centimeters tall, so I am a small person, but I can't do that. I can, however, change how the body looks. So maybe you should just start overall. Buddies. I am kind of the annoying person that have been blessed with like an hourglass figure and a flat stomach. And to be honest, I don't really want to comment on everything that has to do with my body, so I think I'll just do it and then we'll be back. I played around with it a little bit. I think this is maybe the best that we can do with what we have. Maybe I'll go in and add some custom ones. I don't really know, but for now this is it. None of these are accurate. I do have a moth on my upper right arm, like right here. I actually do have quite a few tattoos. I haven't really counted them, but they are only on my arms. So I think this is just what we'll go with, just so that I actually look like I have tattoos. We will not do all of the outfits together. That will just be too much, but I do think we should do the everyday outfits. It's just me at home in like gym clothes or sweatpants, or it's me preferably wearing like skirts or dresses. So maybe we should do more than one look, but I guess we can start to see if we can find something similar to what I'm wearing now, because I do actually quite like wearing my hoodies when it's cold. Can I get a green hoodie? Because that is my absolute favorite color. Can I get a nice looking green hoodie? I think would be the question. And I think the answer would kind of be no. This is not a hoodie. I don't have a green sweatshirt. Why is everything so ugh? Okay, let's just see what kind of sweatshirts, because I do wear sweatshirts when it's cold. I actually don't really like any of the options. I mean, I don't own this, but I could see myself wearing something like this. I just think the fit is better. I also like blue, so maybe let's go with that. If I'm wearing a sweatshirt, I'm wearing one out of my 3 black pants, and those are the only pants that I own. All of the cold months, I wear black pants, and some sort of sweatshirt. And then all of the warm months, I wear like colorful skirts and dresses. I think these ones from businesses and hobbies, I definitely have pants like this that are just basically too long. And then I always wear sneakers. I have one pair of boots in case it gets cold. Otherwise, I am all in on sneakers. And honestly, something like this. Yeah, just white sneakers. Just like that. You can't see them, but they are there. That's one outfit. That's what I wear when it's cold. Let's maybe do one for when it's warm. This is nice. Oh my God, it comes in green. I wear these more like satin kind of skirts, but it seems like we actually don't really have anything like that. So I think even though I don't own this skirt specifically, I just think style-wise, it's very me. And then I would probably wear it with, honestly, a top. But I wear like thick strap top and like high neck tops, basically. Like you would not see me in a crop top. I don't mind it on others. I just don't feel comfortable in it myself. My issue with this one is really only that I would never wear something that goes in because I don't want to show my bra straps. Like I would wear this, but not with the mesh thing on top. But maybe this is still like the best we got because I would definitely tug it into the skirt. Maybe then honestly this one, even though mine are definitely higher neck, I would not wear that. It's gorgeous. I just wouldn't. Maybe a t-shirt is better for my conservative style. I love that. I feel like I would wear something like that. I could also see myself with this. I just don't really like the sleeves. I have such a thing with sleeves on like feminine t-shirts. Like so many of them just like cut off at the shoulder and then they're all the way up in your armpit and they're just super uncomfortable. If I want a t-shirt, I want actual sleeves. Otherwise, I'm wearing a top. This actually does it a little bit. It's like, why do I get this angular sleeve? But I do kind of like this. Does it come in maybe plain? Oh my gosh, it comes in plain black. That is so me. I'm Danish. We wear a lot of black. Would I then wear my one other pair of sneakers, which are the exact same sneakers, just in a different color? Maybe. If these match the skirt, I would definitely wear those. I guess though, if I'm wearing a skirt, wouldn't I most likely also wear my sandals? And I just wear Birkenstock. I just wear this. I have them in both green and also in beige. And I get the same pair every 2 years because then I've just worn them down. So I always have 2 sets of sleepers. Let's wear the green one with this set. I think that's pretty good. This is me in winter. This is me in summer. When it's not like too warm, it doesn't get that hot in Denmark. So this is just me in the warmer months and this is me in the colder months. I think that's unfortunately way too accurate. And then should we do a party outfit together? I mean, it is my birthday. I didn't like any of the dresses, so I have come to the conclusion that I would instead wear my trusty black trousers. And then I've gotten kind of obsessed with vests and just like wearing them as a top. And there's this one, which is gorgeous, but I don't actually have a black vest. And then there's this one, and I think in this pattern it's actually not too far from something that I already own, and I think it looks kind of good, and I definitely feel like this is more me. So maybe I would just wear that. If we actually were to attend like a party, I might also put on my rings. I only wear golden jewelry. Oh my gosh, are these the different fingers? So let's see what golden jewelry we can find. Why can I not sort by like left and right? That's so annoying. Now I'm just like switching back. Can someone explain to me like why don't we just have the same rings and then I could choose whether they would be on my left or my right finger? I guess I'll just have these 2 rings. That's fine. I also do need some shoes even though we can't see them. If I was going to a party, I mean, let's be honest, even so, I probably wouldn't really wear heels. I think I own like 1 pair of heels and I don't wear them. I just own them. Oh my gosh, I would love to have shoes like this. That's so pretty. These are kind of cute as well. Should I just wear like these? I actually don't really mind those. Or maybe because it's my birthday, I get to wear these. I mean, we can't even see them. So I like the thought of knowing that technically I'm wearing these ones. That would also make sense with the pants. The pants are so long, or the trousers. So if it is a party, I will wear a little bit of makeup. I would probably put on some mascara. Boom. I would also put on some blush. Can I make it more blushy? Maybe like that. Ooh, maybe like this. Yikes. Why is that so pink? I think like that. That's good. And then I used to wear earrings. I don't know how many of them have like completely healed and are like closed off now. I used to have like 13 piercings in my ears. Maybe I would go and put some earrings in. I definitely think I can still do that. Probably just a small little golden earring. Oh, but this is cute though. Llama earrings. That's amazing. I don't even know all of the items we have in Cass. Pizza earrings? Are you kidding me? Now, where were they? Because yeah, these ones. I wouldn't wear hoops these big, but I do kind of like the look, and we can also imagine that I still actually have some more of my piercings. So these ones, I could see myself rock that outfit for a birthday. I could definitely see myself wear this, that's for sure. Now, my name is Anna, and I think her last name will just be Q, you know, simcue, Q. I'm actually quite creative. I used to draw a lot, used to paint a lot. I would still love to do that. I just don't get around to it. I'm also quite geeky, I would say. If there's one thing I am not a party animal. Friday night, I just want to be at home and I want to go to bed at 10. Ooh, I am vegetarian. I don't like how you need to like use a characteristic for it, but I am vegetarian. So maybe we would go with that. And then an aspiration. Would I aspire for knowledge or creativity? Maybe knowledge. Do I just want to be a computer whiz? From playing games to careers. Well, it's not entirely wrong. Maybe that's the best one. I guess I want to strive towards being a computer whiz. What is this? Pick preferences? Ooh. Well, I can tell you what I don't like. I absolutely hate cooking, so I'll probably also hate baking. I like crochet, but I don't think they can do that, so instead I'll like cross-stitching. I like fitness. I like the thought of gardening, but I probably wouldn't actually enjoy it all that much. I actually quite like handiness. I know natural living would not be a thing for me. Pottery, I could definitely see myself liking pottery. I also do like playing video games. I like wellness. What the hell is this? Thanatology? Looks like something I wouldn't like. I also probably wouldn't like snowboarding. I definitely think I would like rock climbing, but I would not like the pipe organ. Paper crafting? Yeah. Painting? Oh yeah, I love painting. I don't think I would like horse riding, and I really don't think I would like fishing. What else can I choose? Oh, I can choose colors. I love green. I don't particularly love black. I just wear a lot of black. I love brown. I actually love orange, but I actually really don't like pink all that much. I like it for things, but I feel like as a characteristic, I would dislike pink. No, maybe let's dislike gray. Conversation topics. Potty humor, I don't like. Silly behavior, yeah, I like that. Small talk, I hate that. I like compliments. I think we should all compliment each other a lot more. You know what? I think that's good. Oh, I will just do the other outfits off camera and then I'll show you. So now I think that we are actually done. I went ahead and I did add some more everyday outfits because I definitely also wear turtlenecks tucked in, and I also found it in a sweater version, and I honestly feel like I own this sweater. We have the outfit from the beginning with the sweatshirt, and then one that is a bit more for the warmer months as well. And I know I mentioned that I wouldn't really wear crop top or anything that like would show my bra straps, but I still feel like this top is similar to what I would wear. I would just wear something a little bit wider here on the shoulders and a little bit longer. For formal, I went in with this dress. I don't own anything like it, but I really struggle to actually find something similar to what I own. I just feel like I would wear this dress. I really do like it. And I found some also just like small heels that I think I could probably walk in. So probably like, maybe I wouldn't look like this, but I think I could look somewhat similar to this. For athletic, I'm very basic. I'm just in tights because I do some running. I lift some weights. I'm wearing a t-shirt. I got basic ass shoes, you know. Nothing there really. For sleepwear, I sleep in long sleeves because I move around a lot. And if my arms get like outside of the duvet, they get really cold and then I wake up from freezing. And then I don't wear sweatpants to bed, but I do wear sweatpants when I'm just like lounging around. For party, you already saw that outfit. Absolutely love that. Swimwear, I feel like this was the best we really had, or I would wear a bathing suit. Hot weather, I did find this dress. I know I said I wouldn't do flower prints. We are imagining that it's not with a flower print. I just think the dress is like super cute. And I also did a second one, which again with a vest. I feel like this is very me, very basic. I wear a lot of neutral, a lot of beige, brown, green. I absolutely love that. My sister would say that I'm very boring, and that's fair. I just like that. And then for winter, I actually did a few outfits. So if it's not too cold, I have a leather jacket that I really like to wear, and I absolutely love this little scarf. So if it's actually cold, I'd wear something like this. And if it's like cold, but I need to be a little bit fancy, I would wear something like this. Yes. And I don't think I gave myself boots in any of these outfits. I think it's the same sneakers, because again, boots is only really if there's actual snow. Otherwise, I am a sneaker person. So that's me, or at least something similar to me. I really hope that you enjoyed this different type of video. I post my videos at 7 p.m. in Denmark because then it's morning on the West Coast and afternoon on the East Coast. And I think that when this goes live, I might still be in a car because I'm spending my entire birthday driving back from holiday, so driving back from Italy. And I know I shouldn't be complaining because I technically did get to go on a 2-week long holiday, but it still sucks, you know, just a little bit. So if I'm lucky, I'm done with driving for the day. If I'm unlucky, we are still driving when you are perhaps watching this. But with that, I just wish you a lovely day. I hope to see you next time, and bye!